Can I give away? Okay, so welcome to our new Coach Kickoff webinar. And we have a Monday call every single week, and it's at 9 o'clock. Same place, same time. I say same place. It's probably likely like in your house on your computer, but the link is typically a YouTube link, and it's where I'm live on YouTube. But tonight I wanted to invite you guys to join me on Zoom so I can see your faces, so this can be more personal. I know there are a lot of us on here tonight, but I am gonna do some good like Q&A with our leaders. I'm gonna do a moment where we all get to kind of get to know each other with the leaders. And I don't want you to ever be afraid of asking questions. I don't ever want you guys to start your questions with, well, this might be a dumb question, but, or I am afraid to ask you this, but. We actually appreciate your engagement. We actually appreciate your curiosity, and we know what it's like to be a new coach. So you're in good company. All is safe here in Moxie, okay? So what I'm going to do, first, I'm going to introduce myself. Second, I'm going to introduce Moxie. Third, I'm going to start with the panel of coaches who are leading this and ask them some questions so we can kind of dive into their brain. And then I'm going to end, fourthly, with a short PowerPoint. So that pretty much hits every single personality style, okay? So that I just told you the plan, so you don't have to panic. I told you that, what to expect, who you're going to talk to at the end. You're even going to get a pretty PowerPoint to kind of wrap this up in a pretty bow. Okay? So again, I'm so glad that you guys are here. My name is Laura Mendenhall, and I have been a coach for a little over 3 years. Wow. Yeah, it's been like 3 years, like 4 months. And prior to Beachbody, I was working in corporate America as a marketing director for a publicly traded company for 5 years. And that was really cool for some people, but I realized really quickly that being in corporate America was not my thing. I didn't like the whole like 9-to-5 cubicle traveling, you know, all the time to run shows. I did not like the structure where I had to kind of like kiss somebody's butt to succeed. I didn't like feeling like my coworkers were stepping on me. I did not like the fact that I only got a 1% raise every year, and that was supposed to satisfy my goals. Like something just felt really itchy. So when Beachbody presented itself to me, when I had a friend come to me and say, hey, you should consider this, I was skeptical. I actually read the entire 50-page nerdy dorky policy and procedures document. And I didn't understand what any of it meant, but it made me feel good. I was like, okay, well, I read it, so I guess if there's anything sketchy, I would know. But let me tell you something. This company is so impressive. The character, the leadership, the integrity, the customer service, the overall desire to literally help their customers succeed in every area of their life, whether it's their physical journey in their nutrition, or on the flip side, they allowed customers to use this as an opportunity for a business. Now for you, this might be a side thing, this might be a hobby thing, or this might be a pursuit that you're making full-time. This is now my full-time job. I was able to retire myself from corporate America. I was then able to retire my husband, and now I'm working on retiring my mom. Okay, so the opportunity is endless, and this right here in front of you is at your fingertips. This is one of those cool things where like you can work extremely hard and change your whole entire life in 5 years. But it's up to you. Like it is totally up to you, and it's not guaranteed. It's up to your efforts, your hard work, your skill, your diligence, your ability to constantly believe that doing something like being a Beachbody coach, which we're going to teach you about throughout this training, but it really can completely turn your life on a dime. It did me, and it has hundreds and hundreds and maybe even like hundreds of thousands of other people. There are 450,000 coaches in Beachbody. Now, did you know that Moxie, the team that you're on, the team that I started 3 years ago, we have been in the top 100 of that for the past 2 years. Moxie is a 2-time elite team. That is very exciting. I'm very honored to be the leader of this entire coach family, but it's never successful unless the coaches, you guys, work really hard, that you believe in the vision that we've set, that you believe in yourself, and that you believe that as a team we can continue leaving a really big footprint. So Moxie, it's just a team name that I came up with. It's not like you have to be a part of a team. You could succeed without a team. You don't have to have an upline, downline, sideline, whatever. You can do this business on your own. But I wanted to let you know that if you're listening to this call, if you're on the call live, that you are a part of us. and you belong here, and we want you here, and you are a part of something really, really ginormous. And I chose to wear this shirt today. Can you guys see it? It says love fast, live slow, because that is my life motto. And love fast, live slow was something that was a need in my life several years ago when I was like spiraling down and I felt frazzled and we were struggling financially. And I was just I kind of had like lost myself. And through my pursuit of trying to build this business and figuring out my balance and thinking, what do I want to do with my life? I thought, you know what? I just want a certain lifestyle. I don't have to be a millionaire. I don't have to, have a yacht to live on. I don't have to, I don't have to be number one. I literally just want a very amazing lifestyle where I can earn my career, earn an income by loving people, serving people, encouraging people, lifting others up while making myself stronger, and then living slow in a way of I take advantage of these sweet moments I have with my toddlers. I take a deep breath and I take the weight off my shoulders and realize like life will go on. And today all I have to do is be diligent in what I have in front of me. Like I am a Christian, and so I know that when I've studied in the Word, it talks about you cannot know what tomorrow holds. Don't worry about what tomorrow holds. You have enough worry about today. So living slow is a mindset of take a deep breath, take control of your life, and realize like you are strong enough, girl. You can do this, and you can take a deep breath, and you can put on your brakes and focus on your task at hand. And so me talking to you tonight about being a Beachbody coach is an honor of mine, because I have been able to practice loving fast and living slow through building this Beachbody business, which has completely provided freedom for my family. Now, it's been a very, 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 very hard work, and it's been 5 million times worth it. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want to be completely honest. I want to be completely honest with you that without me growing my belief in this team, without me growing my belief in my ability to build a business with Beachbody, leading these challenge groups, meeting with new people, encouraging myself to be better. If I fall down, to get back up. Like, it starts with our mindset. So I'm so glad that you guys are here. You guys see this nugget behind me? What is going on? He just put my son down. Okay. Sorry. This is my husband, Nick.
Are these new coaches?
Some of them are,
Some of them are not, because I recognize some.
I know. Hi, guys. Hey, Nick. He said, look, your Nick.
Jesse.
Hi. We have 34 people on the call.
Wow. You guys are all muted, but you can hear me. So, hi, everybody.
I hope he doesn't say anything embarrassing.
Double peace signs.
Okay.
I see Jesse, and I see the other Jesse. And
now you're getting yourself in trouble, because then everyone's going to be like,
yeah, sorry. Your heads are so small.
We have Ashley. Raina said,
there's 3 Jessies.
Yeah. And then we have Jessica Myers. We have Ashley.
I was referring to Jessica Myers.
We have Erica. We have Dawn. We have Deborah, Vicky, Danielle, Heather, April.
Listen, this is what you need to know. All right, ready? I'm going to give it to you in one fell swoop.
Y'all, this is trouble.
This is it. Just be awesome. Just be awesome. I do it every day.
So should we end the call now?
Peace out.
A-Town down.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm going to go help Sam.
All right, let me. Okay. But no, really, right now what I'm going to do before we start transitioning to the little 4-point slideshow I have for you guys to kick off your business, I'm going to introduce you guys to some of the great, amazing diamond coaches on our team who are helping us lead this group. So you guys will see them post, you'll see me post, and we're going to get started. So first, Ashley Roberts, I'm going to go ahead. You're going to unmute yourself, and I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to make them talk. Okay, are you frozen? Are we good? Am I frozen? I'm frozen. Are we back? Are we back? Am I frozen? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was frozen. Okay. So Ashley, the question that we talked about, and Nick, just be really quick, but what was the best thing you have ever done for your business?
The best thing I ever did for my business was set big goals. That was something that it took me a little bit to do. I was a discount coach for 11 months and then decided in February to go ahead and jump in and help other people. I was already kind of helping a few on the side, but, just like really start motivating others. And I started realizing that it was such a passion of mine that I didn't realize was there before. And so it kind of fulfilled a need in me to help others. And that was huge for me. But in February, I started, made my first Beachbody post. In March, the first part of March, you, Laura, hosted a March for Diamond. I had no coaches. I had one customer. March 2nd, you said you had to be Emerald by March 8th to be able to be in the group. I was like, you know what? I can do this. I was Emerald before I was in the group. I made a push for Diamond, and I set my goal, and my goal was huge. In 90 days, to get from nobody to Diamond is crazy. And for those of you who don't know what goes into being a Diamond, we'll discuss that in another part. But it was a huge goal, and if I had not set it, I don't think I'd be where I am now. I think I'd just be piddling along and just kind of, helping people here and there. And, I got a coach. I got this, or I got a new customer. That's great. Yeah, awesome. I'm helping people. Ultimate goal here. But big picture, how many more can I help if I'm pushing myself? And that was what I did. I missed my goal. In all sincerity, my goal was to be Diamond by May 6th, my Mother's Day weekend. I missed it, but I did make it by June 12th. I was 30 days late, but you know what? It taught me something too, because it doesn't have to be a goal that you think is easily attainable. It doesn't have to be something that you can say, oh, I can make that tomorrow. Oh, I can do this. Set your goals huge, because if you don't, you're just going to be piddling along.
Mm-hmm. I think that's spot on. I think a lot of us are afraid of failure, so we set our bars low. But that's actually the opposite of every personal development I've ever read, that if you set your bar low, you'll hit it just 80%. But if you set your bar high, you'll still hit about 80, 90%. And so I would rather reach for the cliche phrase of, if you reach for the moon, you'll land in the stars. But seriously, it's just a matter of overcoming what you think you're capable of and not stopping yourself from becoming a new person. Because I think that through sharpening each other and through using working out and eating right as a gateway for your confidence to build, you have no idea what you're capable of. I bet Ashley had no idea that she would be in the leadership position she is now, but now she is. So thank you so much. Elise, girl, I'm going to call you out, but you're ready for it. So let me unmute you, or you can unmute yourself whenever, because my computer's not working. Here we go. Okay, sweet. Hey, girl.
Hi.
It's so good to see you. I had fun with you last week at Summit.
I know.
Great question here. You ready for it? What is your number one tip for coaches during their first month as a coach? Your number one tip that you would give people in their first month as coaching?
Okay, I kind of have two, but they all kind of go together. So one of them is to strive for success starters. And if you don't know what it is, you'll learn it. But it's basically where you hit Success Club your first 3 months as a new coach. And I did that knowing zero about this business. I knew nothing, but I learned along the way. I talked to my coach a lot. I talked to my upline and just really engaged in the groups. And I learned so much by doing that. So that's just helping 3 people at least get started on their journey. That's going to help you learn the business as you go, and you get a free ticket to Summit, which everyone needs to try and get to, because it was amazing for me. So success starters, write it down if you don't know what that is, and make that as your goal to hit these first 3 months as a coach. The other thing goes along with it, because what I want to say is put your story out there. If you haven't done it yet, say, this is what I'm doing. I am on this health journey and I want people with me. I want friends to do this with me, because I did that, and like, I was so scared. I was like shaking as I hit the post, and it was like the greatest thing I've ever done, because I had all these people, and even if you don't have a ton of people, even if you have a few people, a few friends, that do it with you, and you don't have to, this is not about being salesy at all. All you need to say is, I'm on this journey and I want friends to do it with me. That's it. And you do that, you get your friends with you, get them to do it, and get success starters, and that kind of goes hand in hand. So I think that was my biggest thing that I felt that was so helpful for me, that can help you start right away.
Perfect. You're absolutely right. Success starters is when you're hitting Success Club 3 months in a row. Now, Success Club is basically when you're able to help 3 customers each month. 3! Do you guys know thousands of people? Thousands. So 3 customers a month is what is going to radically build your business, and you can earn a ticket to Summit next year, which is our annual conference, and that's like a $300 value. I'm like, come on, people. I'm so motivated by like free trips and vacations, and that happens with Beachbody all the time. And the whole desire for you, that was spot on as a first coach. Like, put yourself out there, make the post, come out of the closet as being a coach, which is what we're going to talk about a lot this week, is like starting to get in the habit of presenting yourself. You are a coach. You are confident about it. You're proud of it. But what does that even mean? It doesn't mean that you have to get out there and blast your social media like a billboard, because that's weird. You can actually just be you, like a normal person. If you can, I don't consider myself normal, but you can be you, be proud of you, and be bold enough to start sharing your journey, just like Elise said. And we'll walk through that, but start thinking about that in your own heart. What about your even health journey from the time you started to now? Could you share that could inspire somebody? Next, Deborah. Let me see if I can find you. You might be on the next page. Oh, there you are. Hey, girl. I see you waving. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. And I'm going to ask you this question. What was your number one fear as a new coach? I know a lot of us are shaking our boots. I just don't know if this is for me. What was your number one fear as a coach?
Well, mine kind of goes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine kind of piggybacks off of the last one, because my number one fear was basically starting to do my posts and put myself out there, and my crazy videos of me working out. I would sit there for 10, 15 minutes with my face. I couldn't even look at Facebook, my feed, because I was ready to post it and I didn't want to delete it. And I was like, can I post it? Can I post it? And I was so nervous all the time. And then I realized that you have to get over the fact that what are people thinking about you? And it's not about what they're thinking about you. It's about you sharing your experiences and wanting them to be a part of it. And it's not about, oh my gosh, they're going to sell me something and I don't want to be friends with them anymore. Like, if they don't want to be friends with you, then they don't want to be friends with you. They don't want to share in your experience. And this is a journey, and that's what I realized. And overcoming those fear of posts, that was my biggest thing. And then also, sharing the story. And I remember going to my upline coach, and I freaked out. I was like, is this okay? And I was going verbatim what my post was. She said, you just have to be you. And again, sometimes I'm crazy, sometimes I'm not. And it just depends on my mood, and people know, and they could feel and sense if you're real, even through Facebook. So I realized, like, if I'm just being myself, people are going to sense that. And so now I just am my crazy self, and you have to learn to get over that fear and just share. And that is the inviting. And you're not inviting them to buy something. You're inviting them to share in the experience that you are experiencing too. You're inviting them to, you share your results so they can see that this is real and you are changing your life and the quality of your life, financially, emotionally, physically. And all around, it's a great experience, and you just want to share it like you would recommend a great restaurant to your friend. It's the same kind of thing. So once I got over that, then I felt like, oh my God, I could breathe, and people don't look at me like a weirdo.
Yeah.
So
that was my number one. I feel like that's like a mic drop,
Yeah.
It really is a benchmark when people start realizing that they can simply share to share and not share to be a people pleaser, because you're just doing it to, it could be even therapeutic for you to be like, hey, this is where I'm at and this is where I'm going and I'm really excited about it. Who wants to join me? That's perfectly okay. And the right people are going to respond to that. And the people that you're afraid of responding to in a negative way, sometimes what happens is when you are yourself becoming better or you're improving your life in a certain area, it makes your friends uncomfortable. Or I say friends, they're not really friends if that's the case, but makes people uncomfortable because they want to keep you down. They're like, no, like, stay with me. I'm uncomfortable with you talking about eating healthy because let's just all like go eat some cake or whatever. Like, you guys can put in your own scenario, but that's really common for us to have stage fright, thinking that somebody else is going to think something about us. When I'm telling you right here, your entire coach family of Moxie will not think anything weird of you when you start sharing your journey and opening up, because we are proud to be coaches. Like, it's a really incredible thing now.
And we support one another. So that's
absolutely
the best thing.
Spot on. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to ask Jessie Elbob a question. How do you say your last name, girl? I mess it up every single time. I can't even hear you. What?
Oh, I unmuted and then we muted. We kind of like tag team. Elbow ab.
Elbow ab.
Elbow
Let me
ab.
tell you something. Every single time I talk about you, Nick is like, oh, which Jessie? And I'm like, Jessie Elbob, Elboo. I don't know. That one.
LB. That's.
I am so sorry. Are we not friends anymore?
We're friends.
We're friends. Don't be mad at me.
Elbow ab.
Elbow ab. Now I know.
It's not even American. I'm foreign. Can't you tell?
Okay. Well, really quickly, so we can jump into our the slides, the 4 points that I'm going to teach about for starting a business. But it's very, very important for them to realize it's not just me that's obsessed with this, that their diamond leaders are also. But for you, Jessie, how are you better? How do you personally feel like you have become better by being a coach?
Well, I actually I have like a pretty lifelong track record of really being a quitter at anything that I've ever done, and kind of like just a big failure. I'm almost everything I've ever went after, and I think the reason why I've always been a failure is because I just maybe lacked passion in what I was doing, and it didn't have purpose in my life. So, and that's changed as I've grown and evolved as a human being. So that's sort of changed for me. But there's something really special that I love about Beachbody in particular, and I talked to this with my team about it, is like 3 pillars. So what I love about Beachbody are these 3 pillars, and that is that we are a fitness company, we are a nutrition company, but we're also a company of community. And I think that's what makes us successful as coaches. I think that's what makes challengers successful, and that's what makes Beachbody successful. So as far as health, I kind of just want to hit like a small point on each of those 3. So as far as my health being better, literally 1 year ago, I was having rheumatoid arthritis flares that were so bad that I could not sleep at night because I was in so much pain. And I had a new baby, and I was so out of breath just trying to walk from my car to my house with my baby in the carrier, and I literally couldn't function as a normal person, just wanting to like get down on the floor to change her. We're not fancy, we didn't have a table and all that, so getting down on the floor and change her and then getting back up, it was truly difficult for me. So I needed first to make that physical change in my life strictly and solely for myself. And now a year later, doing things like that super workout for an hour and a half with all those people down in Nashville for Summit, it was just amazing. I've completed 5 programs in the last year from start to finish. So that's just been an amazing experience. And even now I can do things that I couldn't do 3 weeks ago, a month ago, so my current physical health, I don't have my arthritis flares anymore. I sleep like a baby. And, and that's part of the fitness. And so much of that life. I thought I was just good. I love my husband and we're very happy together and we have our children and life is great and life is grand. And I just needed to be like selfish and focus on myself and fix the things that were wrong with me. And then I got into this just amazing community of women, and the amount of support that has just, guys, it has infected my life in the most powerful way. And honestly, I am a better person a year from now because I just allowed myself the opportunity to be a part of a community like this. And I just want to say to all of you, I'm so happy that you are here and that you are opening up your heart to become a better person. And if you stay patient and if you stay consistent and you really dig in and become vulnerable and get over your fears, you will be a phenomenal person a year from now, 5 years from now, and you're going to radically change people's lives if you allow that to happen to you.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. And the whole idea, I mean, I feel like I want to harp on this for just like 30 seconds. When she said, if you're willing to be here a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what are you going to lose? Like, what are you going to lose by partnering with a health and fitness company, with a sisterhood that you can connect with a friendship, with events that you can attend to have a good time? And then while you're doing that, helping other people and building a business and getting an income and paying off debt and, you know, saving for college vacation and going on hot dates with your husband. Like, all of these things are wins. All of these things are wins. And the only thing that's going to stop you are your excuses or your walls that you're not courageous enough to knock down. Jessie had a lot of walls to break down. Her seemingly, you know, personal thoughts of her reputation being, I failed at this, I failed at this. Those are walls that she's having to break down. And it's not easy all the time. But if each one of us are willing to be strong enough and brave enough to seriously like overcome these things in our life, you're either going to have to face them now with us supporting you, or you're going to have to face them sometime, because that's what being an adult means. Being an adult means you have to face your fears, overcome, and be the best you can be. So it's either going to be now or later. And I'm begging you to consider doing it now, because this is going to be a lot less painful to do it now with a group that supports you than to do it by yourself alone. Capiche? So I did see somebody in the chat box say, wait, we only have 10 more minutes. Yes. I love the fact that Zoom does have a time limit when you have a certain membership, because I want to be respectful of everyone's time, because even after these last 8 minutes, we can hit the ground running, do some brainstorming with our uplines and coaches and say, oh, okay, I really want to do this. So I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to share with you 4 steps that I think you should take into consideration. 4 steps, and we're going to break these things down, and we're going to detail this out a little bit more this week. But what you need to know as a new coach is that you have a coach online office. Can you guys see my screen okay? I'm assuming so. Okay. That you have a COO, and that is a coach online office. You're going to see these new acronyms, and that's normal. It's like you'll learn it. You actually have websites already. You have a website, and it's www.teambeachbody.com/your username. You also have a Shakeology website, www.shakeology.com/your username. Now, your username is a username you selected when you signed up as a coach. And if you didn't set up a username, then it's typically like the first part of your email address before the @ That's just a little tidbit. But you do have a website that you can access and edit through your coach online office. You need to set up your EFT. How about that for another acronym for you? Your EFT is your electronic financial transfer. And that's a fancy way of saying your direct deposit, because everyone's going to be working hard and you definitely want to be rewarded for your hard work and sharing this with people. So direct deposit into your bank account, girlfriend. And if you forget to do that, or you're like, whatever, they will obviously pay you and you will be sent a check, but go ahead and set up that direct deposit so it's there and seamless. You can access that in your coach online office as well in the My Business section. You also have a Beachbody profile where if you log in to teambeachbody.com and you can go to my account or my profile, you can put a before and after picture, you can put a little bio of you, but that's kind of important for you to go ahead and set up, because if you wanted to ever advance in rank, if you wanted to build your business and go to Emerald, or what Ashley was talking about, into a Diamond rank, then setting up that Beachbody profile is really important to have that in the background. Second step is I want you guys to connect. I think it's incredibly important for you to remember that it's important to belong. It's important to stay connected. It's important for you never to be MIA or try to do this completely solo, because it can get really lonely, and you can start doubting yourself, and you can start to compare yourself, and you can start to let this poison of negative thoughts fill your brain. But we're not going to let that happen, girlfriend, okay? We're not going to leave you hanging. We're going to keep you accountable. And if you tell us you have a goal, we're going to encourage you to achieve that goal. So make sure you connect and you are willing to learn. So first thing is that every single Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, there's something called a National Wake Up Call. And what that is, it's a call hosted by Beachbody Corporate, and they usually have announcements at the beginning, and then they have a top coach in the network share a story about a training that they did, some tips that they did. It's like 30 minutes long, super short, super efficient. If you're not available on Monday morning to listen to that live, you can always listen to the recording through either calling a dial back number or even their podcast. I encourage you guys every single chance you can, listen to calls live, because the energy is there and you're going to be accountable to show up. And I cannot tell you how many times I have told myself, oh girl, it's okay, I'm going to listen to the recording later. And I never do. Something always comes up. So when you're live on a call, it actually guarantees that you're going to be absorbing the content and information there. I already mentioned to you Moxie Mondays. Every single Monday at 9 p.m. We have a training, and we have a celebration. We have a party. We get together and see each other, and I get to share a little bit of my tips. I have other top coaches come in and share their ideas and brainstorming, and it's just a place for you to think, oh, I am so glad that you told me that, because it's going to save me like 4 hours this week. Okay? Trust me, I've been around the block. I know how to make your life easier. And also face-to-face events are really important. This past week, Beachbody had a face-to-face event called Super Saturday. The week before that, there was our annual conference called Summit. The next face-to-face event within Beachbody is another Super Saturday. They have one each quarter, and it's October 29th. You can go ahead and mark your calendar, and it's going to be a city near you. These local events are hosted by top coaches in your area, and it's a place where you guys can get together and watch a video from corporate, get special announcements, work out all together, stuff like that. Okay, so make sure that you connect. We don't want you to go MIA, because we know if you're hiding and if you're not posting in this training group, if you're not literally like showing up every single day and liking people's stuff and commenting on stuff and being a part of the team, we're going to think that you're hiding from us. And I'm like, don't ever be afraid to like be who you are and to show up and just connect. Make sure that you put yourself out there. Okay, make new friends. Third step, set goals. If you're on this team, you're going to set goals. That's just what you do, because we know that's what makes you stretch yourself. That's what gets you to the next level. So you're already in this new coach training, so kudos to you. We want you to start tracking your vital behaviors, which is basically, telling people about the groups that are coming up with us. We want you to start using the products, like working out with these Beachbody On Demand programs, your program that you just purchased in Drinking Shakeology. We want you to be a result. We want you to have results from those programs, be product of the product. We want you to do personal development. We want you to start diving into some audiobooks, some leadership books, some podcasts, some webinars, something that's going to lift you up, something that's going to train your mind so you never let poison and negative thoughts come into your mind, because we want you to be surrounded by belief, positivity, courage, strengthening skills that you have. And we want you to get in the habit of helping 3 people, at least 3 people a month. Because when you're selling 3 challenge packs a month, you're going to be hitting Success Club. And that is key to moving your business forward. Last step before we get cut off is I want you guys to go ahead and realize that you own this business. You own your Beachbody business. You are a boss. So go ahead and visualize why you're a coach. Go ahead and think about the team resources that we're going to be throwing at you. We're going to be putting them in the file section. Go look at the Moxie page. Look at the pin post at the top and look at all of the links for all of the trainings that are there, turnkey for you. Be teachable. And I want you to practice self-discipline. I want you to be somebody who is, I keep on saying this, but strong enough, brave enough to build this business. Because it does take self-discipline. It does take willpower. It does take hard work. But we can do that. We want you to succeed. And together we really will be better overall as a team. But individually, you're going to be that one to have to pedal the bike. We can steer the bike. We can help you steer and get started. But you have to pedal your wheels, girlfriend. All right? So every single day this week, you guys will have a pinned post, a post at the top of our new coach training. Look inside that pinned post for a call to action every day and follow that training verbatim to a T. Be teachable, okay? Mwah. I love you guys. I know that was short and sweet and quick, but that's how we roll. A lot of content. I'm going to post the recording on our team page. And if you guys have any questions, throw it in the new coach training. Go ahead and post questions, okay? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I can't wait to get to know you guys more and all of your goals. Your videos today have been amazing. If you've not posted your video, do that today. All right. Bye, guys.